Hello, Blue Bears are back again with another episode of Beasts of the Mesozoic Ceratopsian series collection. And all four figures I'll be showcasing today are all Centrosaurians. The first figure we'll be showing off first is Nasutoceratops, the large-nosed horned face, which is what its name translates to, because of its large nose area right here. You may also notice that this ceratopsid has very cattle-shaped horns, like you see on a cow. Well, that's because of a thing called convergent evolution. Convergent evolution is a phenomenon where animals of unrelated groups evolve similar traits or features due to similar environments and niches. And this lovely color here on the Nasutoceratops, probably not my favorite color of all the figures, because I just don't like the combinations of color of the green and yellow. But again, this series isn't making accurate colors. I don't know what animal the colors are supposed to be based on. I forgot. We all saw the articulation on the figure. This is here. And also the mouth. You can see inside. You can open very wide. Again, like all figures, you can see some teeth painted inside. The nails are also painted, which is a plus. Also, another thing you may not, I didn't tell you guys about, ceratopsids, since they're quadrupedal, they actually have, with them being archosaurs, they have 3 clawed digits, but the 4th and 5th digit don't have any claws on them. They're just little stubby things. There. And that's because originally ceratopsids and other quadrupedal herbivores like stegosaurs and stuff used to came from bipedal ancestors. But as they came more and more towards being quadrupeds, their arms basically functioned as legs instead to hold their weight. So the card here, the wonderful painted card, very well done. On the back, a little info card. I'll read it now. Nasutoceratops datusi, meaning large-nosed horned face. This animal could get up to 14.8 feet in length. Was found in the Kaiparowitz Formation in Utah, lived 70.6 million years ago, and was named by Scott D. Sampson and others in 2013. Known for its large bull-like brow horns and large snout, Nasutoceratops is one of the only 3 Centrosaurians found in southwestern USA. Closely related to Avaceratops, Nasutoceratops is known from only one specimen, meaning that we only have found one specimen of this dinosaur. We have not found any others recently. So that's a crazy thing. But it's not really that much, since some dinosaurs are only known from one specimen, and unlike some like T-Rex, which are known like 40 or 50 different specimens. And now we'll move on to the next figure. Here, there's a big one, the Centrosaurus. A very lovely shade of blue with a very nice turquoise color, with the greens and the browns on here, and the white striping going down the body. It's very well done. And a curved horn and a interesting frill spikes on the frill. So, here, wonderfully made figure. Again, articulation is very simple. Again, look left, right, up, move the head up and down. Now, the torso kind of twists a little, and the legs are all opposable. It's very large of a figure, despite it being an animal. All that's not, well, it should be about the same size as Styracosaurus. And here's the card. Very well done. This one was made by J. Jackson and Carlos Arellano. I probably butchered that name. And then the information card I'll read right now. Oh, Centrosaurus apertus, name meaning pointed lizard. Weird, but you can probably tell why it's called that. And, okay, this animal can up to 19.7 feet in length, and was found in the Dinosaur Park Formation in Alberta, Canada, and lived 75.5 million years ago in the late Cretaceous. It was named by Lawrence Lambie in 1904. Centrosaurus was a herd animal, as is evidenced by the vast bone beds that have been found. Because of this, it is one of the most researched dinosaurs and is also one of the few ceratopsian species with fossilized skin impressions. Skin impressions are basically the fossilized, pressured in like mud and stuff to leave behind what the animal's skin would have looked like. And obviously you can see these dark spots all over the body. These are actually large feature scales that are found throughout the body. And ceratopsians, as well as dinosaurs in general, have varying numbers and sizes of scales. As see, every scale is not the same. It's all in different size or shape. Especially these feature scales that are very large and very noticeable. A very interesting animal, little Centrosaurus. Again, I forgot what animal the colors are based on. So, it's very hefty. Definitely that good quality plastic it has. Has wonderful detail in that eye. You can see right there, the little eye right there. Here. Next animal is the Avaceratops, which you already said. The Avaceratops was closely related to the Pseudoceratops, which, as you can see why, they do look very similar. Except the Avaceratops's horns are much shorter and curved, facing forward. And also the frill is a little different too, with the frill spines a little smaller here, but also having these little sharper edges right here, which they aren't pointy, but you can just feel like there's a point there. Definitely be a smaller size, and the mouth can open pretty okay. Small mouth and little gape. Here, and bring on the card here. Another wonderful card. Heard. The information on the back. I will read. Avaceratops lemersi, named Ava's horned face. It could reach lengths up to 14 feet, and was found in the Judith River Formation in Montana. Lived 77 million years ago in the late Cretaceous, and was named by Pierre Dodson in 1986. Avaceratops is a bit of a curiosity due to its skull frill lacking fenestrae, which are the holes that are usually in the frills of ceratopsids, which instead of fenestrae it had a solid frill, a characteristic shared only with Triceratops. Despite this similarity, its closest known relative is Pseudoceratops. Avaceratops lived in wet, heavily forested environments, so sort of a more tropical rainforest type environment. And again, like I said in this video, all the ceratopsian figures shown in this video are all centrosaurians, which a general rule from differentiating centrosaurians and chasmosaurians are that usually Centrosaurians have smaller brow horns and larger nose horns, while having more fancy, showy frills, with their spines being all dramatic looking, like the Styracosaurus or the Centrosaurus shown here. And the next animal, well, is definitely a flair for the dramatic. We have the Sinoceratops, the Chinese horned face. It gets its name because of its of how unique it is, with it being the only ceratopsid, and again I say ceratopsid, not ceratopsian, but this is the only ceratopsid found outside of North America, which was a pretty incredible find, because most ceratopsids were not known outside of North America until when Sinoceratops was found. This big chunky boy, right, was a very interesting discovery, since none have been found anywhere else but in North America. Of course, you had very primitive members like of course, Protoceratops and Psittacosaurus, which were found outside the U.S. Or just North America in general. But this is referring to just the advanced ceratopsians, like, Triceratops. And here's the card, and here is the back neck, right here. Sinoceratops zuchanghensis. The name Sinoceratops translates to Chinese horned face. It was found, reached lengths of 20 feet, and was found in the Xingshang Formation in the Shandong province in China, and lived 72.1 million years ago in the late Cretaceous, and was named by Chu Qing and others in 2010. The first and only ceratopsid discovered in China, Sinoceratops is known for its forward curving hornlets. It's right here, which gave the frill a crown-like appearance. Though classified as a centrosaurian, Sinoceratops has several features that are similar to chasmosaurians. This is obviously very interesting. Also, you may recognize these two animals, Sinoceratops and Pseudoceratops, if you've seen any of the Jurassic World movies, because you'll know that these two are the newest additions to the franchise, especially with Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, with the Sinoceratops appearing in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion, while the Pseudoceratops first appeared in the Battle of Big Rock. That was the short film that was released on the internet before, I think, a few months or a couple years before Jurassic World Dominion ever came out, which this guy was basically the main star in that series besides Allosaurus that it fought in the short film. And of course it also appeared in Jurassic World Dominion. And definitely, you see there's a variation in size. The Pseudoceratops was definitely small compared to the likes of Sinoceratops, as you can tell. Don't know if this is dramatized or anything, but I definitely think this is a very accurate scale how big Sinoceratops is. Now the Centrosaurus figure, however, I think is a bit too oversized. Now this came to something called part sharing, which is something the Beast of the Mesozoic series does. Basically, where part sharing is basically where these figures share parts with each other, depending on the figure type. Right? As you see, the Centrosaurus shares the same body type as the Sinoceratops figure. which the reason when the Pseudoceratops shares the same body type, same body parts as the Avaceratops. There's a reason for this, and that's well, to save money, because if each of these figures were to be given their own unique mold, well, they would probably be more expensive than they currently are. So I definitely think that was a better decision they made on making these figures more affordable by having them be about sharing parts of one another. Weird. But I am kind of surprised though that some species like Centrosaurus, Pachyrhinosaurus, and Albertoceratops were sharing the same body parts as the Wave 3 figures like Sinoceratops here. I personally would have thought it would make more sense for them to share parts with the Styracosaurus and Medusaceratops, because it just makes more sense compared to having it be oversized, because this definitely seems more of an oversized depiction of Centrosaurus. Regardless, it is fairly accurate. But I kind of think they should have gone with different mold types to go with for these. But that's just my opinion. It does not mean I did not work very hard on these figures. They do a great job, but definitely I think there could have been some changes they could have done to it. And anything for that. Again, and I definitely want to say that these figures are definitely great. They're definitely, again, I want to make sure this disclaimer is clear in that these figures are not toys. These are high quality, displayable whole figures. They are meant to be on display. Sure, you can pose them for your like, but they're meant to be displayed on a shelf, open to look at. But you can do dynamic poses with them, of course. But they're not. But these are definitely not for children. These are more meant for collectors who like collecting figures or anything dinosaur related. And again, if you are interested in these figures, we will put the link to the website in the description. And if you can't afford, again, I want to make sure the other disclaimer in that these figures are expensive and can eat up your wallet. So only get these figures if you can afford for it. If I remember the prices correctly, the Sinoceratops was $79.99, and these two were like $49.99. I forgot the Centrosaurus how expensive he was. I think he was $89.99. But again, it just shows you how high quality these figures are and how much attention to detail goes into them. And also, they do have pre-orders for new figures on their website as well. If you're interested in getting other series like the Tyrannosaur series, or the Utah Raptor and Aquila Bear, which are available for pre-order for the new Cyberzoic series that's getting developed. You can check out Creative Beast Studio's social page on like Twitter and I think Instagram as well, where you can find where the Creative Beast team will upload and share concept arts for figures and for especially for like new projects or show little photo shoots of new figures that will be for upcoming waves, especially for the Tyrannosaur series. Anyways, we're gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, and come again soon. I will be getting 2 new figures that will be arriving tomorrow, hopefully, which will be the Xenoceratops and the Torosaurus. I'll be getting those tomorrow. So again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and hit that bell icon. Subscribe. and get our membership at $2.99 and at $3.99. Alright, that's right, those are the prices. Yes. And I hope you all enjoyed our little exploration in here on these figures, and I will probably do another video tomorrow after work tomorrow. So, see you all Boo Bears later, and goodbye.